it's not a particular country, if she stayed and had any chance to get something into her ears. It's not a particular country, it's a class that we're talking about. And it includes the ruling socioeconomic classes in France, Germany, Italy, Spain, England, of course. And there's a lot of collusion. And don't think that their policies are stupid. You are stupid when you think your enemies are stupid. Don't ever think that they don't know what they're doing. But they hide it. They don't go to the American people or the French people or the English people or whatever and tell them, we're going in and we're going to bomb these countries. We're going to bomb Yugoslavia, bomb its power plants, bomb its utilities, bomb its factories, bomb its bridges, destroy and deplete its beautiful water reserves and such, contaminate them with depleted uranium. We're going to actually turn their very decent country, imperfect country, but to turn that very decent country into a nightmare if we can, to teach them, to get them in line, to break their spirit. This is what we're going to do. Don't for a minute think they're doing it because they're confused or they're just crazy. They're doing it because it helps their self-interest. That's all, and that's why they do these things. But they get us to pay for it. They don't tell us that. They say, in fact, we're going in there as a humanitarian war because there are all these Serbs who are committing terrible atrocities. There's no evidence that these atrocities occurred. There's no evidence that 8,000 people were massacred in a genocide in Srebrenica. There was no genocide. That's a word that they just started popping into the press. The first day they played it in the Washington Post, it had quote marks around it. They were a little edgy about it. By the next 3 days, genocide was coming up all the time. They never found, when Bill Myers ran a show on Srebrenica, he said, yes, 7,400 people were slaughtered, massacred by the Serbs. No mention was made of the 50 Serbian villages that were either entirely destroyed or partly destroyed in the areas around Srebrenica. No mention was made of the fact that the number of bodies they found was 73. Now, where did the other 7,300 and some odd bodies go? And Moyes actually treats this seriously. He says, the Serbs dug them up and reburied them somewhere else where we couldn't find them. Now, what is it the Serbs knew about grave digging the second time that they didn't know the first time, you know? It's hard to figure this out. But this is the kind of stuff that's thrown around. You had the top jurors in that kangaroo court in The Hague. It wasn't the World Court. You know, they put it in The Hague, and people got confused and thought it was the World Court. It was the Court for the Former Yugoslavia. It was financed by the United States and Great Britain. You had the top jurist. She was a Swiss-Italian, Carla Del Ponte. And she, at the end of all that interviewing on Bosnia, she got up and she said, we haven't proved any case of genocide at all. Not at all. I mean, you had witness after witness get up there and then go back. Milosevic would cross-examine them, and they said, no, I never really saw that. No, I did not see great piles of bodies anywhere. But, you know, and she made that point. Milosevic was getting all ready to then present his defense on Bosnia. And he died very mysteriously with a very mysterious explanation by the powers that be, which is, they said, he took some kind of something that would mimic a heart attack so that we would ship him off to Russia to go to a heart specialist, and he would be safe there with his wife. But we didn't fall for it. And I said, what? He knew no one would ship him off to Russia. There are no heart doctors in Holland, in the Netherlands. That's absurd. And he died very mysteriously and very suddenly while he was preparing his defense. Well, I think I've said enough. You see why I didn't bring any prepared notes? It would have been even longer. So, but let's see. As I say, you're going to see see this film. I've seen just pieces of it, and it's really good. The young man who did it, are you going to do an intro on the film, explanation? What? Oh, okay. He was 21 when he did this one, isn't he? No, he's 24 now. He's 23 now. He was just at my house a few months ago to shoot the sequel to it. And so the guy's really remarkable. He's Boris Margolowski, right? Malagowski. He has a Polish name, but he's a Serb. So it's a very fine film, and I hope you all enjoy it. And I think I've talked enough.